Hello, hello, hello. This is Tanya Barbie. I am still a rose. In spite of it all, in spite of all those challenges day in and day out. And so are you. If you are one that no matter what, you keep moving forward. You fall down, you get back up. You slide a little, you slip a little, you wipe it off, and you move over and you say, I can do this. I got this. It's all right. So I am here tonight to talk to you about the opportunist. Do you live with one? Have you heard of have you heard of the hobosexual? That's a new term. Of course, it's an urban term. It's an urban word, but it's a man or a woman that lives with you and love on you because they have nowhere to go. Well, tonight, because I've gotten so many messages about young women hurting because they mistakenly fell in love with an opportunist and they don't know what to do. So tonight I'm going to talk about the opportunist, and I'm praying that whomever hears this video, sees this video, shares it with someone that they know that is going through this situation. Thank you for joining tonight. Hey, Lorenzo, good to see you again. Hello, Clifton. Hello, Gerard. Tonight, I would like to talk about, and I hope some ladies join tonight because primarily this happens to women, young women, and older women. And before I get into details, I want to first describe the characteristics of women that deal with men like this, the opportunists. It's typically women who are lonely, women who have been hurt and did not heal, women who have low self-esteem, women who are lost. In other words, they're still hurting, they're broken, they have a broken spirit. And when we're that way, we're the most vulnerable. So we have a tendency to attract people, men, that don't mean us any good. So when we're down, for some reason, the hobosexual, the opportunist, he can easily sniff you out. And when he sniffs you out, that's when he goes in for the prey. That's when he goes in to do his due diligence to get you. Okay, this is how it happens. Oh, and the sheltered young girl. That's another characteristic. She wasn't raised to be aware, alert of men like this. Her parents forgot to tell her about these kind of men, that they attract them too. So here's this young lady. She's out at the club. She's having fun with her girlfriends. They're all 25, 30 at the most, maybe a little older than 30. Here comes this slickster, muscles galore, talking that mess. I call it mess. I've never been attracted to, yeah, what you doing? You looking all good. Oh girl, I'm so glad I came in here tonight because you so fine. Oh my gosh, I can't, girl, I know you gonna give me them digits tonight. I have never been attracted to that. But a young woman who has either broken up with somebody, feelings are hurt because that person's no longer in her life, her life, low self-esteem, might have a good job, but for some reason she doesn't feel good about herself. Dude that's talking that smack to her, yeah, you fine. I know she might not even look good, but he sees something in her that he can take advantage of. It's amazing how they can just snuff you out. It's like they have a detector. There she is right there. I got her. And they go in for the prey. And when they go in, so he's flirting with her. He's telling her she's so fine. He dances with her. Oh my gosh, he can move it. Oh, don't forget he got the muscles, so he flexing it. And she's like imagining being with him intimately. And he's working the muscles because he knows she's looking at him. And he's turning around and he making sure he's gyrating all up in her insides. And she's in heaven. Now, mind you, she's broken. But for right now, she's in heaven because he's just all into her. He's just giving her everything she feels she's lacking. And when that happens, she readily gives him her phone number. He readily calls her. Mind you, he ain't got nowhere to go. So more than likely, he just broke up with his other girlfriend. And he might be sleeping in his car, but you will never know that. Thank you. You will never know that because he's got you all wound up. To you, you're in heaven. He's the man. He got the muscles. He dressed good. He's smelling good. He might have gone to the gas station to wash it up, get it all cleaned up. Because the woman threw all his stuff out. It's in the trunk of his car that's about to get towed. But you don't know none of that. All you see is this look. And women, I don't care how bad you think you look, you have to feel good about yourself. And the best remedy for that is to every morning get up and say, hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. I don't care if you're saying it while you crying. Eventually, you will feel beautiful, whatever we speak out of our mouth. So if we speak it on ourselves enough, when some man says it, okay, thank you, but you don't have to need it. See, these insecure women, they have to hear it. And when they hear it, they get all giddy with it because he said it to you. So you readily give him all your phone numbers. Woo, here go my work, here go. And then he said, where you working at? I'm a government worker. Where you working at? Then you start giggling with him. He's calculative. So while you sharing all your business, he is calculating. She a government worker. So that means she got some benefits. Oh, where you living at? Oh, I live in Bowie, Maryland. I just bought me a house. Why do we reveal so much about us before we even get to know somebody? Why do we feel they need to know where we live, how we live, before you get to know these people? They are being calculative as you tell them and as you show them. Many of us take them to our home when we first meet them. Why do we do that? Because we want to show them how we have arrived. We doing good. Don't you want some of this? Yeah, he wants some of this. I guarantee you he wants some of this. He has nowhere else to go. He doesn't want you, mind you. He doesn't know you. And let me tell you something else about the opportunist. If he ain't got nothing and you got everything, that doesn't make him fall in love with you. More than not, it makes him feel more insecure about his life and resent you more because you have and he does not. And then why do we feel then we got control? We move them in. And I'm skipping a little because I'm hearing all these stories about what we do as women. And then we want to be on the phones calling all our girlfriends, telling them how bad this man is treating us. But we have to remember, let's go all the way back to the source. You met this person at a club. You did not know him. You gave him all your information to include where you work, how you work, where you live, what kind of car you drive. Because, yeah, can you walk me to my car? No, you get a security guard to walk you to your car. You don't know this person. So you drive it, you walk into the Lexus. He done sized up all of who you are and what you have. Mind you, he cannot give you anything because he just got kicked out of his old girlfriend's home just a week ago. So he's in no position because he was living with her. You don't know the story. You don't know his history yet because you're too busy telling him yours. Yeah, I broke up with him because he was using me. Antennas go up because he already knows that you've been used before. You already told him. So he just knows how to up his game so that he can do the same thing. We have to stop sharing all of our business with we have to stop please stop the phone call. I'm sorry. My daughter is here and I'm distracted. So we cannot share too much about ourselves. We cannot reveal. Let them do the talking so that you can learn more about them. Why can't we start sizing up people? Why do they have to do all the sizing up? Why do we have to do so much of this? And women who are now successful, they're 31-year-old young ladies that are making six figures already. early 30s, and they're doing it because they went to school, then they went back to school again and got a master's, and they are just climbing the ladder. And I ain't mad at you. But unfortunately, and I'm not talking about just the young ones, they're my age too, and they are living large, 2 and 3 car garages with cars in the driveway, in the garages that belong to them, one person. And they're sharing their lives with men that they don't even know. They don't know his story. He hasn't had a chance to tell you. And when he does have a chance to tell you, it is seasoned with lies because he's manipulative. And what I don't understand is when you do eventually find out, you discover that this man was kicked out of his home. You don't have a antenna that goes up. You don't think of it as a red flag and ask yourself why. You instantly take his side. You take his side. Yes, Lorenzo. You take his side. Hey, Zumba Queen, I miss you. I'm coming back. You take his side. So when you take his side, he wins. Because now he's playing on your emotions. And when he plays on your emotions, he has the best of you at that point. And then you find out, now this is the kicker, drum roll. You find out through babies' mamas that there are 3 and 4 children involved. And then you turn around and have a baby by them. Why do we do that? Why do we think your baby gonna be treated better than his other 4 babies? Why do you think you got the golden baby? All the rest of them babies is the poor babies. And your baby is the king or the queen or the princess or the prince. Why do we do that? You are dealing with a very manipulative, dangerous person. I'm going to tell you why they're dangerous. Because it's a vicious cycle of brokenness. He throws his seed here, there, everywhere. There's a seed over there. There's a seed over there. There's a seed 10 miles down the street. There's a seed 300 miles away. Brokenness, because the families are broken. These mothers are angry, bitter, broken. When they're angry, bitter, broken, raising a child by themselves, that child becomes angry, bitter, broken. It's a vicious cycle. And then the mothers, these mothers that raise these angry, bitter, broken, do you know they have the audacity to keep it going in that direction instead of telling their sons, we're going to be different. We're going to break this cycle of brokenness. No, they add to it. They protect these boys. These boys grow up to be worse as adults because their mama was broken. Now they breaking up another woman's household. But we started because we take a man. Now you are now that third woman that's fed up. He done brought a woman to your home when you're busy at work. He has no job, but he was working it. Ooh, You just feel so good every time he come in the room, and you just love the muscles. And the muscles can't pay one bill, but you love the way he look. You love the way when you walk in a room and he on your side and everybody looking at you, and you just feel like they hating on you. So you get a rush from that, because when you look in the mirror, you don't feel like you who you are supposed to be unless somebody like him is around. So then you feel like, wow, I've arrived. No, I don't feel so good. I don't like how he treats me, but I love how we look together. I love being in a bed warm at night, because he do hold me after we're intimate. He holds you because he don't have nobody else to hold at the moment, and he need a place to live. He ain't into you. He's not into any woman because he don't even like his mama. In fact, he hate his mama. You know why he hates his mama? Because his mama always talked about his daddy that he didn't know. His mama always told him, you act just like your old raggedy A daddy. So he grew up not respecting her. He done seen her with 10 boyfriends, no husband. So he don't like her. And so he don't like you either. But that's okay, because you gonna change him. Because you gonna work it on him. You gonna feed him them good dinners. You gonna bring him in that beautiful home you have created for yourself and your future family that you have now compromised because you done got hooked up with this thug. And this thug done worked it on you. Uh, uh, uh. And don't let him take you to the club. He just, and you just be like, oh, look at all these girls looking at me. They just hating on me because he just all over me and he ain't even thinking about them. Yes, he thinking about them. When he walked in the club with you, he was wishing you were not with him. When you go to the restroom, he done probably gave out collected 2 or 3 phone numbers. And keep in mind, while you in the restroom, a woman is readily available to give him her phone number, even though she saw you walk in with him. And this is why men treat us the way that they do. Did you hear what I said? A woman saw you all walk in together, and you want my phone number? Is that girl you was walking in here with, is she gonna be mad at you? Here, take my number. You probably ain't gonna call me because of her. How disrespectful is that? But we do it all the time to each other. We don't have a problem. You had no problem moving him in your home knowing that he just broke up with somebody else. And worse, she kicked him out the house. But you think he's going to be different with you. Who told you you were better than her? Who told you she is nothing and you all of that? And who told you to pick up the phone and tell your girlfriends he left her for you? How do you do that? Where are the morals in all of this? And we always think we got it going on when we move them in the home. And guess what? In the beginning, he might cook for you. He might sleep with you every night in an intimate setting. He might throw out some roses, make the bathroom smell good. Remember, he needs a place to stay. So he's going to up the ante for as long as he can, because a person that fakes cannot fake forever. That's why, please, ladies, if you can't be celibate, at least hold out for 90 days, because it's hard for a man to fake it more than 90 days. So at least use that time to really get to know them. And by all means, go out and date. Don't bring them home to your home, because I know you got a nice home and they sizing you up. Size them up. Flip the script. Size them up. Why are you so quick to? Why? Do you know they can get from anybody, anywhere, anytime? They have more luxuries in that department than we ever will. So let them. Oh, you not gonna give me none? You ain't gonna be with me tonight? Oh, well, I don't have to take that. I don't have to be here. I'll get it from somewhere else if you not gonna share what you got with me. Well, do it. Call his bluff. Go. And if he does that, thank the Lord, because you've saved yourself a lot of trouble. These young girls are broken. Now they stuck with 2 babies at home by themselves. So that luxurious salary that they had now is shared with daycare. He ain't got no money, because remember, he got 4 other kids. And the nerve of us to not just have one, a slip up. Okay, I'll give it to you. You slipped up. But you know very well, many of you had this child hoping that you could change him, and he will now be that Big Daddy Kane and take care of your baby. But you witness all of the other 4 babies' mamas are looking for $100. And I want to ask you right now, what can you do with $100? I took 6 grandkids to the movies and I spent $150. 6 kids. They won't even mind. And you fighting for, you gonna give me my $100 or what? And don't take them to court, because when the judge finds out he don't have a job, you gonna get $25. I don't even know why you went to court. Because what is $25 going to do you? But I tell you one thing it will do for you. He will be in arrears for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. He will be tied to a court system. So maybe he will think twice before impregnating another woman. So I commend you for doing it. But you ain't going to get nothing but $25. And you fighting over 100 when you know you'll never get it. And then the new woman is going to get pregnant by him. And she's witnessed 4 babies' mamas fighting over $100. That they might as well split. Here's your 25, here's your 25, and I could just see them now. I don't understand it. Y'all, we gotta stop this. If we stop, they'll have no choice but to stop, because there'll be no audience. There'll be no participants for him to manipulate. But as long as we, hey, here I am. Why Why can't you just go to the club and dance? Don't get no phone numbers. Go to the club and dance, get your drink on, hang out with your girlfriends, and go home and wait. Because if we force a relationship on ourselves, those relationships don't work. You will know a good relationship when you feel it. You feel it. And if you're always hurting here and you're always, Dad, he didn't do this. Dad, he didn't do that. Girl, let me tell you what he did today. If you're doing that every day, and you know on the inside, red flags is just popping out. And your stomach hurting, you losing weight, not because you on Weight Watchers, you losing weight because you can't eat because all this is jacked up. Your digestive system is just torn off to shreds because you have allowed somebody to come in your space to manipulate you, but you caused it. Because you invited him in your home, you initiated, you might even gave him your phone number before he even asked. Because you got caught up in this. You got caught up in those muscles. You just wanted to be held by him. Hug your damn self. Just imagine hugging yourself so tight. Learn to love you first. Because when we love ourselves first, it is going to be very difficult for you to be manipulated by anybody. And when you love yourself, you are not lonely. You're not lonely because you are so into you. I am so preoccupied with my life, and I'm a single woman, that the weekend is gone so quickly. The next thing you know, it's Monday. It's time for work again. And I'm like treasuring. I got coworkers who are lonely and single. When we were furloughed, they said, boss, can I come to work anyway? They were like, no, the building's gonna be closed. And I'm looking at them like, why would you want to come to work and you ain't gonna get paid for it? Think of something. Even if you ain't getting no money, you can just be home and watch TV till the cable get turned off. But you got yourself. I don't understand it, but I'm not judging. I'm asking you to start loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, you're not going to let anybody manipulate you. Because you're going to be like, hold up. Wait a minute. This don't sound right. And you're going to challenge them. And that's what we need to do. If you want to do anything with these deadbeats, challenge them. Yeah, one told me at a library, out of all places. Yeah, what you reading over there? I said, here we go. And I told him I was looking to see if my own books were there. And he said, you a writer? I said, oh, Lord, he getting ready to size me up. I talked too fast. But I was honestly telling him why I was there. And he said, well, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I said, oh, okay, that's good. All right, well, you take care. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. He realized I'm getting ready to go. So he gonna rush it up some. Well, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do because things getting hard, and I'm here in the library now trying to figure out where I'm gonna live. Well, look, I'm sure there's shelters around. I'm sorry you're going through that, and I wish you luck. Do you know the waiting for the lady to come back, who was helping me about my books at the library, and she came back and she said, she said to me, I cannot believe He's still in here. And I said, him? She said, he been hitting on every woman, attractive woman that's coming to the library. And I think he's been sleeping in the library until we close. So my point in that is they everywhere, even at the library. And I suggest you be careful. Don't be so hard up to conversate with strangers. Because if you're not ready, if you're not prepared, because I was ignoring them. I was there for a purpose. It was business. If you're not prepared, you got to run from them. I'm prepared. And I'm going to tell you why I'm prepared. I've been through some stuff. That's why I'm here. I could have been in my bed with my pink Victoria's Secret PJs on, watching some good movies tonight. But I got my grandson in here with my daughter. I went to pick her up because we got to go to court with my daughter, who's 31, who's six-figure salary, who picked up one of them stray dogs. I suggested to her, hey, you got a little girl with this man. You need to get child support. Now he wants custody of the child. Now, young ladies, if you got a mama who been there, done that, and she's trying to talk to you and advise you, listen. Even if you don't want to listen, do the math. Listen to Steve Harvey, read his books, research, but stop not listening to those who've been there, done that. Now, I never want nobody who couldn't take care of me. I ain't been there, done that. But I have made some serious mistakes in my life because I didn't always have the discernment that God has blessed me with now. So as a kind woman, I believed what they said. And I ain't talking about, girl, you so fine. I'm talking about my dreams are XYZ. Do you know a man will tell you my dreams are, I'm going to get this six-figure paying job after I go to school, and I'm going to do this, and I want to be a lawyer, and I want to be a contractor, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And you'll be like, oh, I'm going to help him. He's got it going on. He just needs some support. I ain't knocking you because I've done that. I was sitting at a table where my ex was getting ready to sign a multi-million-dollar contract. Yes. But they did their homework. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't do no homework. I fell for the okie doke, the dream. See, a lot of people got dreams that's at the cemetery. They had no intentions of living through them because they were scared for whatever reasons. God has blessed each one of us with a talent to fulfill that dream. But everybody doesn't have what it takes. Their character got flawed. They hurt people along the way. You reap what you sow. You can't get dreams that way. You can't accomplish those dreams that way. So in this case, he has screwed over a lot of people. And just before they were getting ready to sign the check, they rescinded the offer. They canceled it. I had the dream house already picked out. I had college funding already assigned for my children and grandchildren. But I immediately knew why it didn't take place. He was a liar. He's still a liar. And he can't stop lying. That's his flaw. He's a narcissist. And he has no feelings. He does not even know when you're hurting. Because a narcissist doesn't understand pain. They just know how to inflict it. So, women, if you want better, it starts here. Don't be putting I can't think of the word right now. Don't be dictating. That's not the word I wanted. I'm going around the corner on this one. Your convictions on somebody else. They better do this. They better do that. But when you feel like he's unemployed and you done moved him in your house, you do feel like you in control. I run this. Why do you feel like you got to run something? Run your own life. And don't get mad when he won't let you run his life because he don't have anything. He still feel like he a man. In spite of the fact that he can't contribute like a man, you done made him feel like he the king. And now you want to dictate to him what he can do, when he can come in your house, when he got to leave. Now you want him to get a job. But for 6 months, it was okay with him not working. But he done slacked off now. He's changed. Well, he changed in 3 months. He changed in 2 months. Because you gave in so quickly. Now he's comfortable with you. And he's showing you everything he is, which is nothing. So if you want better, put your foot down. Get rid of him. Get your life right. And how do you get your life right? You close the door to anybody that's hurting you. Anybody that's hurting you, you close that door. If it's a family member, you keep them at arm's length. Can't really close the door on family. It's just God gave them to us. You got to deal with them. But you don't have to live with them. But those that aren't your family, close the door. Close the door. I'm going to tell you something that happened to me at work a few weeks ago. I was rushed to the hospital for chest pains. A white man at that, I might add that, I felt he disrespected me in the workplace. And as I was telling my boss what he did, my heart just was pulsating quicker than it had been. And I was drinking a bottled water and it got stuck here. And then I couldn't breathe even more. I found out later it was anxiety. It was a panic attack. Never had them before. Had other things before. Probably had panic attacks 20 years ago, but I'd forgotten about it. But this man provoked it all over again because I saw other men that had disrespected me. And at that point, he triggered it. And I'm sharing that with you because young women, you won't have a pattern of this if you stop it today. If you say today, I want to be different. I want to be happy. I got my job. I got a car. I got a house. I'll get my family and I want to do it the right way. And all these soul ties. Let me tell you a little bit about soul ties. If you have bedded with 5 or 6 of these no good men who just pouring into you and leaving that in you, Now you all connected with them and who they have slept with outside of you. And now your spirit is all, you don't know why you like you are. You don't know why you feel lost. You don't know why you feel disheveled, because all those soul ties. You're tied with everybody they've slept with, everybody you slept with, all into you. It's a mess. And you wonder why you're lost. Baby girl, let's not stay lost. Let's make a plan to do something different. It's okay if you're lonely. Remember, when you're lonely, you spend time with yourself. You learn more about yourself. I have learned I still love to read. I have learned I have a beautiful voice still, and I haven't used it in years. I sing to myself. I love to dance. I dance. I drink my wine. I drink my coolers. All this in my own time with me. And I'm happy. I have a good job. I have a nice home. I have a nice car. I have a little money in the account. Thank you all for buying my t-shirts. I really appreciate it. And my books. Oh, I'm just happy. And I appreciate you all for that. Things are working out. But I'm gonna tell you the secret. It started here. And then getting aligned with God, because I pray and I give him all the glory. I can't do nothing without him. I can't even do this without him. He's speaking for me because I'm tired. He's speaking for me. That means y'all need to listen. Y'all need to share it. You need to give it to somebody who needs to hear it, because we got a lot of kids out here with no daddies. And women, we got to be accountable for that. We got to be accountable. We got granddaddies taking care of these children. We got grandmamas taking care of these children, because these men are gone. But they're not just gone. They're impregnating another woman because they're opportunists. They feel like if I throw my seed over here, I can live with her for about a year till she get tired of me. And then I can go get this one pregnant. And I can live with her for a little while. So they're just throwing their seeds all over the place. No intentions of settling down and growing up. No intentions of doing that, because they don't know how, because they don't have their daddies. And that's why it's a vicious cycle. And now it's affecting my life, because my babies didn't listen to me. They obviously didn't see the things that I went through as a single mom. And that's another thing, strong women. When our children see us doing everything, they don't see the hurt. They don't see the pain we went through. We don't share with them. They just see us doing it. So they don't know about the other side, the dark side of us, the hurt, the pain, the sorrow. Because we were so strong. We held our own. So they didn't see that part of us. So they think, well, I can take care of a baby. My mama did it. They got everything they wanted under the tree. So during Christmas time, during birthdays, during school, so they didn't see the pain, the anguish, the brokenness, because we were flexing without even realizing it. We need to share our stories with our daughters. We got to. If we don't break this cycle, we're going to have a lot of children hurting, growing up, hurting us because they were born broken. We got to break this cycle now. We got to. We don't have a choice. We always doing it. We're always rushing. We're always working hard. And then we look back, we're raising our children as single moms, and they're looking up at us like we're so strong, but we never let them see our vulnerabilities. We never share with them what they were. So they do the same thing we did. They end up being single moms at an early age. And it's a vicious cycle, and it's got to stop because daddies ain't nowhere around. And daddies that are around, forgive me, I honor you. I am so happy to know that you've been there for your children. My hat goes off to you, and I am so grateful for you. And I would love to interview you sometime. Maybe you want to share your story with me, and you be one of my writers for a book that I'm working on about single dads even that have raised their children on their own. But I just want to say in this, as I'm closing, that we need to break the cycle, young ladies, older women as well, who are with a homosexual, an opportunist, a narcissist, who has no intention of ever loving you because he doesn't love himself. All he knows is manipulation. All he knows is I got to hit her physically so I can love her up so I can move in her home because I don't have anywhere else to go because everybody keep kicking me out. And their mother has the nerve to be mad because the women are kicking him out. Because all she sees is this cute little fine boy. My son, before we go tonight, I'll share another story with you. My son is 14. He's a starter at his school's basketball game. We're working on recruitment for high school and for football and basketball. And he got set out of starting last night because he was playing around in the gym. And his friend got kicked out. I don't know what you men call this, but he wasn't able to start either. So they both were benched during the start of the game. And when I came in the gym, he was on the bench, and he had, and I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what it was. I thought maybe the coach yelled at him, and I don't get worked up over that because what coach doesn't yell at a kid? Well, it come to find out, it was they were cutting up, allegedly, as they say, cutting up in a class, and the teacher told the coaches, and they reacted to it. Now, the other parent, a beautiful woman, she was Asian, all this long hair, she had on these sexy clothing. And I overheard the coaches telling her after the game why her son did not start. And she's playing with her hair. Well, what happened? Why didn't you? And I'm looking at her, why is she showing him this kind of body language? What's up with that? Because I wasn't hearing everything. I just noticed that she was giving him all this negative, this weird body language for a coach or somebody. So I thought it was kind of weird. And then I noticed, just after that, I noticed that the coaches were coming to me. And as the coaches were coming to me, they were telling me that my son also, they threw that in there, was not able to play, not able to start because of the same situation. They were obviously together. So I said, you did the right thing. And this woman looked at me. And I looked at her. And I said to the coach, I ignored her after that point. I said, Coach, you did the right thing. Thank you. If he ever cuts up, matter of fact, you want him out the next game? Do you want him not to play for the next game? Oh, no. We just want to. I said, well, you do what you have to do, because my son comes to school, and my son's crying now at this point because I guess I embarrassed him. I said, he is here at this school to learn. And if he's disrespecting the teachers, he needs to be punished for that. And you taking him out of the game to start or what have you, I don't care. I think it's a great thing, and I thank you for doing it. And you go over there now and you apologize to the coach, and I want you to apologize to the gym teacher as well. And he had little tears coming down. And she's looking at me like, and she's still playing with her hair, trying to understand why the coaches did what they did after seeing me perform. That's what we gotta stop, ladies. Your son ain't all that. And if you're bringing him up to think that he is, he's those monsters that's doing what I just described to you for the last hour. That's what we're growing them up to be. There's no discipline. There's no structure. There's no commonality. There's nothing that's what they need. Structure, discipline, accountability, responsibility. You're not even teaching them to be an employee until they can be an employer. All this go together, and you got to start at these primary stages now, not later. It's too late. You'll have a 35-year-old sleeping in your house. That ain't your man. It'll be your son asking you what's for dinner tonight, and you just got off of work, working 12-hour days. So 12-hour shifts. So in closing, please watch it. Ladies, don't believe the hype. If you love yourself enough, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that, because you'll see it coming. He will see you and go the other way. And don't be mad. Don't feel like, oh, everybody's going over there to her. She's the broken one. That's why. You be prideful that nobody's come over to you. They can't play you. You might not be the one that's picked. The right one will pick you, but not in your time, in God's time. Don't do your own picking. When you do your own picking, you lose. Don't do your own picking. You will lose every time. I'm telling you from experience. This is Tanya Barbie. I am still a rose in spite of it all, and so are you. And don't you ever forget that. Remember, at night, in the morning, when you go into that bathroom and you see that face of yours, woo, look at this beautiful woman. And you say it enough, you will believe it. But it's enough hurt, sorrow, brokenness. We got to be a difference. We got to be a difference maker. Let's change that. Be careful about who you mess around with. Be careful about who you bring home. Be careful about who you share your life story with. Because there's some calculative, evil men out here who have no problem hurting you. or any other woman for that matter. And men, I am not male bashing you. I'm just bringing awareness to women who are sharing stories with me about their brokenness and how these men have taken advantage of them. I am well aware that women take advantage of men too. That's for another night. And don't worry, we'll get there. So I want to thank you all for joining me. Please do me a favor and share, because somebody needs to hear about being used, being taken advantage of, and make a decision tonight. No more. No more. We've had enough of that. It's time now to shine. It's time now to grow. It's time now to not hurt. Do you know we're not here to be in sorrow? We're here to have joy, peace, love, celebrate. Zumba says, yes, ma'am. Will is listening too, and he said he agrees with everything you said. Tanya, I am enough and I'm still a rose. I love you, my sister. That means a lot to me. And for Will to say he agrees, I'm about to cry, because men are on this call tonight as well. And that means a lot to me, because they didn't take it personal. And you know why they didn't take it personal? Because it's not them. The only man that will take it personal is one that is the offender. And women, if we want differently, we gotta be that different person. I am so happy to see you on tonight. I miss you, Zumba Queen. And I appreciate you all being on. We have to be that difference maker, and we can do it together. And ladies, if she threw you out, I'm not going to want you, because you hurt my sister. If you hurt my sister, you hurt me. That's why I do what I do, because I see all my female sisters, all the female supporters as my sisters, as the roses that they are. So you can't think you're better than her. If she's hurting, it's just a matter of time before you're gonna hurt. So don't get involved in that mess. Don't pick up her garbage. Because if she threw out her garbage, it's not for you to pick up. It's garbage. If it's hurting her, it's gonna hurt you in due time. So I'm not gonna keep you any longer. It's over 1 o'clock. Over 1 hour. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Zumba Queen. Melanie, thank you so much. I love you. We miss you at work. William, I can't believe you're on. I think I saw my niece on here too, Talia. Thank you so much for joining, sweetheart. Dee Dee is here. You guys, everybody is here tonight. I appreciate this. Please share. I know you know somebody going through this. And if we all work together to break these cycles, we can do it. I want to have a rose movement where all women, that's my dream. I had it for my first event, was awesome. We removed our roses. I want to do we're going to always be roses. We removed our thorns. I want to do that all the time. And I want us to be in a position where every time we think about it, we get rid of those thorns. We're just getting rid of them. And it's a movement. If we all work in unity, it becomes a movement, and we can do it together. So work with this sister to work with you, sister. And we work with all other sisters to break these cycles, please. And I thank you again. Until next time, please join me at WBGR on Sunday. I may have a guest on Sunday as well. If you haven't gotten my recent my most recent book, I Am Still a Rose, it tells you all my story and why I'm an expert at speaking on what I do. So I'm looking forward to seeing you next Thursday, Thursday after that, Thursday after that, and just keep coming. I really appreciate it, and keep sharing. I appreciate that as well. Oh, and go to my website, TanyaBarbie.com, and check out the line for men, the Black Rose. I'll go into detail what the Black Rose is soon, and the women's products as well. All right, I'm leaving. I'll see you next time. I am still a rose, and so are you. Thank you so much for joining. Bye now. Have a good evening.